Every single time I watch it back, I kind of grimace a little bit at that S placement. If I was able to double flip that J, then it would have made the accommodation for the following pieces. At the very top of the board, in level 29, with no lines to spare. Hope the Tetris gods give it to you. My name is dogplayingtetris. I'm the 3-time Tetris World Champion, and I'm going to be reacting to my finals games in the 2026 World Championships. Even if I didn't get this CTUK win, I would have been pretty content with my Tetris career, but you know, I'd be lying if I said that me not getting a live CTUK wouldn't haunt me, you know? Like, it definitely would, especially with how the 2024 finals ended up, the circumstances with that, and like that game 3 against Alex T.
Oh, Dog hangs! And he hangs on top of that! Dog tops out!
Oh my goodness! Alex in trouble, still pulls it off.
So whenever I did end up making the finals, I was already pretty grateful to be there in the first place. Going to this match versus Meme, like, I knew I could win, and I wanted to win, and that was pretty much just my mindset, you know? Like, just play my own game and hope for the best.
Only one Tetris lead now for Meme.
Aggressive.
There it is, Tetris for Dog. Meme has to hit this crucial 5-tap, but hold on to hang.
All right, so this is the end of game 1 of me versus Meme, which was an extremely close game. And I would say just the crucial part of the game was here. Meme actually got into a bit of a situation here. I think without this situation, like, I probably would have lost just based off of efficiency. But at this point, I was kind of just flowing, and Meme was actually able to get the final Tetris here. So I didn't know what I needed. I didn't know if, you know, I didn't look over. I didn't know if I needed a Tetris or a triple or something like that. But obviously, I didn't want to take my chances, so I just waited for the last second for the Tetris, and it ended up working.
Needs the eyepiece, needs it, and gets it!
I was simply just holding out and hoping for the best. Sometimes you just gotta do that in this game and just hope the Tetris gods give it to you.
And Dog knocks down a Tetris, down by 139,000, set up for another one, knocks, not quite, Meme gets another Tetris, trying to get some extra lines on the super kill screen.
All right, so Meme tops out at 1.559 here, and I'm at 1.418. So I knew that it was a very possible chase down. I actually was at 317 lines, and I only needed 1.9 Tetrises, so it was very doable. And that misdrop right there with the L, I was trying to get it all the way over to the left side, and I missed it. And that was just the crucial misdrop here, because it completely threw my plans into disarray. And at this point, I was just hoping to try and stack above. And I messed up with that square placement because I put it in column 7-8. And basically what that does is that forces me to need a long bar to set up the Tetris. So I needed 2 long bars at the very top of the board in level 29 with no lines to spare. And obviously, I wasn't able to do it because that would be really lucky.
It's not gonna happen! It's not gonna happen! Meme now! Meme with game number 2 and the same kind of ending that we had in the previous game.
So I did end up losing that game, but it was another really close one.
Again, 60% Tetris rate. Dog at 68%.
All right, so this is the end of game 3 here. I did have a pace lead going to this, so I felt pretty confident in that regard. I was just kind of playing mind game, and Meme simply just misses a tap to the left side, and the left side is just completely cut off, and that's just GG. That is one thing that, like, if you're a casual viewer, you may be a little confused about that. You know, like, if a player misses something to the left side or the right side, I see a lot of people be like, why did they give up? The reason why is because it's literally not possible to get anything over to that side, so the game is essentially done, and that's what happened to Meme there.
But it's up to Meme to continue to put up a good game. There it is, 29. Goes in with 1,269,000. Dog with the 1.1.
Game 4 against Meme, you know, Meme was ahead by 170K here. So I knew, you know, I try not to let the massive lead like affect my gameplay in 29 very much. But, you know, as a player, you're always aware that you're behind by so much. And so I was ensuring that my efficiency was as high as possible without putting my stack health into detriment.
But hold on, Meme's now in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
So this top out was a bit of an unfortunate one because in general, the stack was actually pretty good, but a crucial misdrop was I had a J piece and I didn't double flip it because it was just too high up for me to double flip, and it just all spiraled. I didn't get the right pieces and I topped out.
Tetris ready, but the eyepiece, there it is, comes just in time, and Dog's on the verge of a top out!
Oh my goodness! Dog with an early top out! And so Meme, yeah, I feel like that was a little bit of Dog feeling like he did have to play more aggressive.
The crucial thing about that was if I was able to double flip that J, then it would have made the accommodation for the following pieces, you know, a lot cleaner, and I wouldn't have topped out there. But because of that missed double flip, it all cascaded and I topped out, and it really just shows, like, you know, a difference of one input on my controller, and that led to the end of that game. So it just shows how slim the margins are in level 29 speed in this game.
Oh, beautiful down stacking right there. Look
Dog
at that.
set up for a Tetris.
All right, so this is level 28 here. Meme was actually ahead a few levels, which did help me because I was able to kind of grasp my lead, and I did have a 100k, or I had a 140k lead going into level 29, and I was behind in level, so that's pretty huge. But here, a bit of indecision led to me misdropping that L piece, and that led to this dig, which was honestly pretty threatening. I get nervous just watching it back. I had to hit a lot of crucial taps, but obviously the main moment of this dig was the double T-spin.
Dog is fighting for survival.
Especially as Dog is trying to do some cleaning right here. This is an opportunity.
Hits the T-spin.
Oh, wow.
Hits another one.
Back-to-back T-spins.
In those types of moments for me, I'm simply just focused on making the right decision and making the right play, and that's kind of what happened with those two T-spins. Not planned at all, it's just the pieces led to those two T-spins, and I was able to hit it, thankfully. It's a 1-frame margin, so it's not very forgiving, and I wouldn't say I'm particularly known for my great timing either. I'm known for missing a lot of tucks, so it was a little funny that happened in the final game of this World Championship.
Now down by only half a Tetris, now in the lead.
I was 7k behind here, but at the same time, I knew that I was ahead in levels, so I wasn't too worried about the pace. I just knew that if I continued playing at a pretty standard pace, then I would be able to win.
Looking for pieces to burn it up. All right, it's open. Meme's now in trouble. She does have to leave it at the moment.
Oh,
Dog's getting up high.
Here, Meme tops out. I get the long bar at the last second, and I was able to win.
Dog, your champion, 3-time world champion is Dog.
Now, here's a fun fact. This is something that, if you're not a player, you may not realize, but that S placement right there was actually a misdrop. I meant to burn that S, but one of my inputs didn't go through, so that S ended up making the well even higher. I wasn't meaning to play that aggressive, because that S placement is a very aggressive placement. Every single time I watch it back, I grimace a little bit at that S placement because I know that it was a misdrop, and there was a chance that that could have cascaded, but obviously I got the Tetris at the end and won the championship. For this CTWC win, I'd like to thank my friends and family. This CTWC was the one CTWC where actually more of my family came out than usual. So it's pretty lucky that I was able to take the win whenever more of my family was literally there. It's pretty surreal. I appreciate my friends and family for the unwavering support, and I'm glad that I was able to get this CTWC win this year.